In a world decimated by disease,
Vexed by violence.
Afflicted by affliction.
heroes arise.
Villains topple.
Bystanders stand by.
Dude, what the hell?
Sorry, man, I'm struggling a bit today.
It's okay. We're a team. When one of us stumbles.
The others stand strong.
For justice.
For liberty.
For a better tomorrow.
That's more like it.
Okay, hello everyone. How are we today? How's everyone going? How's everybody's day? So for today, I'm just gonna do a little bit of casual content. You know, just gonna do some missions because recently I think I've been able to nail down like the intricacies of my dumb light machine gun build. So now I'm just gonna farm gear because I want to make a shotgun build. I want a build that allows me to get right in close and just whack people with huge damage to the face. Yeah, casual. I can't help it, Pi. I'm omega terrible at this game. I'm so casual. I'm so casual. Alright. So
I need to find a better angle.
I'm so casual, I rely on this clutch build, which pretty much gives me infinite ammunition if I play it correctly. So I have one LMG and then the second LMG, and then I can instantly refill both. So what ends up happening is that I have unlimited ammo, which is always really fun. Well, it's technically not unlimited, but it's practically unlimited. Because it's dependent on how well I do like my reloading and my weapon swaps. And if I manage it properly, then I'm in a situation where I never really run out of ammunition. Because all my ammunition constantly gets refreshed. That's why I say it's unlimited ammo. And that makes me very happy. The music is too loud. Is it? Really? Okay. I'll put it down a bit. Where is it? There we go. I think that should be enough. There we go. Pew pew more. Exactly. Well, that's the whole point of the build. The whole point of the build is maximum pew pew uptime, where I can just go fuck. I shouldn't do that, because like I refresh my LMGs, but then I also fucking get these guys aggroed, so it actually is not to the benefit. Not enough builds consider pew pew uptime? Exactly. Like, the meta builds right now are like these shitter, like, AR builds, so assault rifle builds. But then, like, you empty your clips in like 2 seconds and then you reload. Like, come on, that's no fun. Oh, I do more damage. Who cares? You can't hold down the button and spam infinitely. So who cares about your stupid meta build? You know? I don't care if it's meta, I care if it's fun. And using an LMG and having infinite ammunition and just firing for minutes non-stop, that's fun. Now we're pod racing.
It's the fucking division. Roach wants everyone back at headquarters.
But yeah, how's the music now? Should be better, right?
Keep an eye out.
Should be better. Okay, the vault. Is everybody up there? Oh, okay. Whatever. Oh, wow. See that? He fucking disappeared. Easy CC. But nobody else is here. So I can't really... Okay. Wrong one. There we go. And that's why Flame Turret's the best. That is why Flame Turret is by far the best in group play. At least for what I use it for. Like, there are others that are good. But I really like that because you can just trivialize large groups if you know where they spawn, if you know where the wave spawns, then you just CC the lot of them and you burst them down. Okay, there's going to be people coming through here. Get out of my face! Oh! There we go. See? I don't have to reload. Let's get another one.
Where are you going?
There we go. And just like that, all my ammunition is back to normal. It's like I never used anything at all. That feels good.
Successful. Access granted.
Hey Shana. Hey Shana, how are you? Shoot him in the dong? Yeah, I should.
It's the vault.
It's cool. We
Ooh.
moved the president. He's tucked
Let's
away
open
nice and
this
cozy
key.
upstairs.
Oh, that's
Holy shit. They pulled the president out of the wreckage.
a bit.
Agent, you've got a new
Subpar.
assignment. Find out where the president is being held and get him back.
We're gonna get the president, guys.
There should be a data center
Oh my
near
god, the
vault.
president that in the previous stream where I was like doing the progression content, we figured out he is actually a traitor later. So, so I can't say I care too much about this dude. But, you know, we have to do the right thing, right? We have to do the right thing.
Beginning search query.
Okay, I'll try shooting them in the dome from now on. Alright, so how are you, Christoph, by the way? That's your... You said it's your brother's account? Ah. Let's turn that off for the moment. Refill my ammo. What? Oh, oy vey. Oy vey. I got fucking bursted. Oh, that feels so bad. Get back here. Get your ass back here. No one defending this thing. We have to defend it. That's the whole point. I did that before and then I got wrecked because I didn't defend it properly.
And GLC Urban Editions are here, and they've got the city talking. Take your urban SUV experience to a whole new level with the GLC 200 Urban Edition, now $69,900 drive away. Value packed with extras, including panoramic glass sunroof, telescope alpha pack, 20-inch AMG alloys, AMG body styling, and more. It's
Forcing your brother to sub? Rip? Yeah. Hey, I'm not complaining, right? Because, like, the more people that follow just means the closer I am to... Oh my god. The closer I am to dying. The closer I am to using Turtle Stare as my emote here on Twitch. Yeah? Come on. We have to fight... Oh no. Oh no, I can't say those sorts of words here. No, we have to fight for a future where we can use Turtle Stare. I'll put it that way. That's nice and friendly. I can't say what I was thinking of saying because that's too far out of line. Oh my god. Alright.
Search query finished. So,
President Ellis. On the helicopter on standby to extract him.
Alright, let's shoot this guy in the nuts. Oh fuck, he's killing me.
serious trauma detected. Lockdown procedure initiated.
That doesn't sound good.
There we go.
Isaac, do you have a way
Shot
out
in
of
the
vault?
nuts.
Searching for a way out of the vault. 0 matches.
It was
Piece
the
of
sub
shit
to
wrist
chat
watch.
shit that
Okay, let
forced
me
me.
see. If you can
I just
punch
wanted to
through the
see
west
how
wall,
bad
there's a
he
main
is.
tunnel
Oh
running alongside
wow.
your position.
That's
It's a long
rough.
shot, but it's the only one we got.
That's rough. Well, how bad am I?
Isaac,
Let's see.
plot a
How
path to the
bad am
president's
I?
location.
Highlighting most expedient route.
Son of a bitch, it actually worked. Thanks, Isaac.
Let's go through here. How bad am I at this game? That's fine. Don't need to worry about that. as bad as me, roughly. Same LMG build almost. Nice. Nice. Feels good. But I do want to get a shotgun build kitted. And I probably should get an assault rifle build kitted out at some point. If I want to like PvP in the dark zone and shit. But I don't know. I'm too lazy for that. I'd rather have like casual shit of gameplay. To me, that's better. Petrov, that might be good. Depends on the trait though. If it doesn't have... Yeah, it's not gonna have filler. Alright, okay.
You don't understand. I've got the goddamn division breathing down my neck.
Asshole. Oh no. Oh yes. Get out of my face.
Give him an earpiece and get him on
fine.
comms.
Christoph here, the shotgun build would fix your aiming situation, so go for it. Well, actually no it wouldn't. Like, if I have problems with my aiming long range, a shotgun isn't going to help me. A shotgun's only going to help, like, you know, face to face. But I do want to try some run and gun gameplay, because a lot of my gameplay is just based on whoring, like cover whoring, and then, you know, just going from there, and then spamming. But I want to mix it up a bit so that I can at least have, you know, a bit of variation. Ah. Oof. No, I get hit by. Oh, get out of here. Shoot it. Shoot that. Wow, thank you, Mez. Thank you for the relevant, you know, thank you so much, Mez. Wait, this isn't Krona. Yeah, I can't F4. I can't F4 these bullets, man. How are you, by the way? I think I ribbed you a bit on Discord earlier, but how was Res Raids overall? How was it? Because, like, I know you had Deimos memes, but how was it overall? Like, were the other wings at least okay? Could go up there, but I'm too lazy. Get out of my face.
Vital signs critical.
The only way to escape Chrono Jail is to... Oh, fuck.
Agent.
The only way to escape Chrono Jail is to play another game? Exactly. Right. Breathe! Okay, get the medic out of the way. Finally deal with him.
Immediate medical assistance
F?
needed.
Let's actually start moving around now. Ah, shit. Okay. Whew. Oh,
Serious
God.
trauma detected.
Delete the chrono also works. Okay, we're done. Whew. I took so much damage. I'm really bad at this game, but I feel like I did pretty well at shooting. Yeah, I didn't die, which is an improvement. Yeah, I almost died. I did the equivalent of downing, but I had my handy hive to pick me back up, so I was okay. I like to think, though speaking honestly, it's probably trash. Alright, at least I'm done with that quest. So let's pug a bounty for the time being. Hopefully I can get a challenging bounty. Maybe a heroic one, though I'd probably get my ass kicked in heroic. They went alright. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, you guys do 1 to 4, right? So I imagine it was just Deimos that you didn't get that time? Doesn't look special. I can take a look at it later. Alright. Matchmake. Bounty. There we go. Well, actually, like on the note of Chrono Gel, I did raid in Guild Wars yesterday. I had I went with an Anhai run, and so I actually got to do Wing 6, and I think it's the first clears that I've done in over a month, which was nice. And I didn't have to play Chrono at all. I got to play DPS for Conjured Amalgamate and the Lagos Twins, and then I got to play Firebrand Healer at Kadim. Feels good, except I sucked at Firebrand Healer. It was really bad. I guess I was... Oh, this dude's using a shield. Bold choice. Wait, no. Bounty's in here. Why the fuck will... Oh, well, whatever. Whatever, my dude. Wait, is it down here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Guessing it's up here. Yeah.
There's a drone in this enemy contact! Target spot!
That's the target agent.
Get back before they pin us!
UAVs are up.
Wait, come on. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, T-posing. You're strong, buddy, but that pose won't save you. And they've already killed it. I did nothing.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
No, don't say that, Manny. I didn't earn shit.
An agent is no longer in
Oh
your
my
group.
god. Well, I'm not complaining. We got it done, right? Is these guys doing anything else?
Another agent is
No.
now group leader.
Okay. I'll find another group.
You have
Feels bad. But at least you got it out of the way, so that's fine. Oh boy. Alright. We'll do another bounty and then maybe another mission. Job well done. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I earned that, Mez. I mean, come on. You saw that. I earned that. I most definitely earned that bounty. How to succeed at being Big Leech. Exactly. Yeah, you know what's up, man. Patience? It's not bad. Nah, junk. Big leech. Exactly. And if only I could apply that to Guild Wars and then just get carried through everything, then maybe I'd come back to raids. Yeah. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. I'm not gonna complain. You know, the bounty was over so quick, it's like I did nothing. Oh! My phone's ringing. I'm gonna be right back. Alright. I'm gonna still play, but I'm gonna put the mic down, because I'm gonna be on the phone, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That wasn't a long call. Wow! Waiting that long for a bounty, what the hell? No, it was, I was just getting reminded that I have something that I need to do tomorrow morning.
You have received an invite to an...
Just in case I forgot, because it's kind of important. But I remembered. I have double-digit IQ, I wouldn't forget. Yeah. Alright. It's weird, though, that the bounty didn't really get any hits, but then I immediately get a pop when I try and do a main mission. It's usually the other way around in this game, that it's more difficult to find missions than bounties, because bounties are quick done. But I don't know, maybe there's like some sort of timing or rhythm to it where people will just do bounties when they reset, and then for the rest of the week it's just farming missions. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm a very casual player.
Taking down the outcast stronghold and neutralizing their leader, Emmeline Shaw, will do serious damage to the faction.
The Roosevelt
also,
stronghold.
Henry has intel from the mechanical
this isn't too bad, but it can be kind of annoying. Like, strongholds in general can take a while to do.
We've got a few hostiles ahead.
I'm just a bit... Get out of my face, dude.
An agent needs assistance.
Okay, I'm dead.
Medical assistance needed.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Agent out of action.
I wanted to get out of the fire, but I also didn't want to get out of cover. So, oh, fuck, this dude behind me? No, that's not worth it. Okay. I didn't look too bad there, right? I only went down once. It would have been worse if I actually did, like, permanently die. Oh boy, I would hate that. Crash plane. Oh. Look at that view. Rip plane.
More bad guys just past the fuselage of a cargo plane.
It's alright though, this is
No
fine.
indication they heard the shooting.
This is fine.
Anything?
Alright.
Not a goddamn thing. Why are we patrolling this far out? Cause Emmeline told us to. Take it up with her if you got a complaint.
Oh wow, okay. Oh my god.
Agent down.
Alright. I'll help you. Okay. I thought the fire was done. I'll help you up, buddy. Yeah? Where's the last dude? Oh, do we have like an AFK? So we're doing a stronghold, but then it's actually 3 people, but it's scaled to 4. That would be kind of annoying. I would not be happy about that. Pro in no time? Yeah. Well, you know me.
It might be nothing, but
You
it might
know
be
me.
something. Is that supposed to
Pro.
be helpful, Earl? Cause it isn't. Shut your damn mouth before I shut it for you.
Oh my
Both
god,
of you
where is
shut up.
everybody? I want to put down my turret there when they're all gathered, but it's already too late. It's too late. This is fine, you know? What are you doing? Oh, he's voting to kick him? Well, he's here now, so I'm not gonna kick him. We'll see how we perform. Because if this guy's shit, then I'll reserve the right to kick him, so I don't want to dismiss it. Alright, let's go. Okay, he's actually doing stuff. So I'm not gonna kick him. Oh my god. Dismissing cucked me. There's a lot of elites here. I don't like it. Come on, hurry up and explode. Oh my god. I'm dead. F.
Agent down.
I'm dead. Oh boy. Hello? Oh my god, okay. Alright, let's see if this guy reses me. I'm gonna crawl to him and probably like just die. Yeah? I'm gonna die, just watch. Okay. Can you res me, buddy? Oh my god, yeah, like look! Oh, big F. Alright, fine. I'll go... Oh. Oh, it's over. It's fucking over. Oh, boy. Oh, he's rezzing me now. Okay, this is fine. So he waited for me to die before he rezzed me. Okay, whatever. I can accept this outcome. Wasted ammunition. This is fine. Alright. Got through here. And look at me, like, leading the way as if I did anything, right? Feels good. Alright. They should be coming through, yeah, through there. Damn it. There we go.
Hurry! Let's move!
There's no direct way into the main compound from where you are. If you can get up on the wings, you can detour around.
There we go.
to the
I was
west
actually
along the
useful in that
barricade.
fight. Feels good. I was actually useful. First time I felt like I actually did something useful. Okay, good. That makes everything worth it, guys. It makes everything worth it. I think there was like loot on the side. There was like a chest. Not a chest, I mean, Here we are. Is that any good? I can't tell. Alright, I definitely need shields. I get wrecked so easily in this. And I have a lot of armor too, it's just that I'm bad. You know, I really have no excuse for eating all the damage I do. All the damage that I do eat. I don't know, I'm just bad. It's not a good feeling, but what can you do here? What can you do? Alright. Okay. Where's everybody?
beautiful big chairs that are hard to move around. So we built an online store.
Oh, Spotify ads, yes.
To manage his
Free Spotify.
One thing
Feels good, man.
that it's a lot easier to drag and drop a chair rather than
There we go.
especially when it's made from armor. No matter what product you're moving, style it, sell it, make it.
Get it out of the way.
Start your free trial today and use offer code Spotify to save 10% on your first purchase of a domain or website.
I think I hit them.
Fuck. Okay, that was fine. That was pretty smooth. No downs, no deaths, not a whole lot of pressure. Very good. Oh my god, I'm out of mod space. That's gonna be painful later. Alright. Whatever, I can handle this. There's like a dog here. I'm not sure if it's this area. No, I don't know. There's like a dog, like a dead dog, and like its dead owner. It's really sad. I took a picture of it earlier.
Hard to focus with a gun pointed at your head.
It's a sad scene. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up right now. Where's everybody? Oh my god. Whatever. This is fun.
Help me, please. These guys are insane. Get me out of here.
Come on. Damn it, cover to cover. It's not what I wanted. Alright. Oh, I'm still hitting people from there with this shotgun. Feels good, man. Let's blow that up and get that out of the way. No? Okay, whatever. Alright, who's gonna go in the minigun? Now that guy's gonna do it. This is fine. Look at this exciting gameplay, guys. I mean, have you ever seen such exciting barrel-destroying gameplay before? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Such skill. Oh. Barely get over how good that was. I kinda wish I still used patience. It's such a nice crutch, because my build is so oriented around staying behind cover anyway. So having like armor regeneration, really nice. Good. My build is slightly more aggressive. So there's a talent, which are equivalent of like a trait. There's a talent that allows me to regenerate my armor if I spend time in cover, but I currently got rid of it because I want to use a talent that allows me to have more weapon handling, which means that my accuracy and my weapon stability is a lot better. So I've decided to hold on to that. I'm not sure if it's the right choice, considering like how much fucking damage I take, like as part of my playstyle, but you know, it makes using an LMG, especially from cover, like a lot more palatable. Like a lot of the inherent issues of LMG, so like the weapon not being steady when you fire, or there being a large... Oh, wow, everybody froze. There being an overly large reticle when I fire. Like, a lot of those issues are basically non-issues with this trait. Got so used to the turtle, I can't play without it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been an adjustment playing without it.
Burn this whole place to
So
the ground.
I use, I think it's braced? Yeah, braced. So I use that instead. Otherwise, I would just use patience. This patience is so comfy, especially when you're in an LMG. Like, you're in cover most of the time anyway. You know, this game, when you're playing with a light machine gun, you're not playing like a run and gun shooter. You're playing like a gallery shooter, right? And then so, the idea of having, you know, armor recovery when you're in cover is just so comfy. Like, it's so good. There's the guy here. Ah, you nerd. Get out of cover already. Okay, there we go. You solo everything that's... Ah, well, it's kind of difficult. Like, when you solo, I think it's... There's more of a chance that you need it. I play LMG like shotgun, but I get into cover regularly. Have to, yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, when you're solo, you don't really have anything else eating the aggro. Whereas if you play with 4 people, you know, enemies, the AI has to divide itself amongst the team. So, you know, you as an individual have more cover just due to the virtue of the aggro being spread out amongst 4 people. So you don't get the kind of tolerance that you in solo that you would by playing 4 people. Ah, there's gonna be like a fuck ton of people here. Let's set this up beforehand. That's probably a mistake in the placement, but whatever. Oh no! No, it's gonna destroy my... Oh my god, okay. Okay, this is fine. I've cucked myself. This is over. I put it too close so it would... Why are they moving up? You should just camp. Yeah, you're gonna get wrecked, buddy.
An agent needs assistance.
I want to help you, but I'm not gonna fucking expose myself. Am I? Good guy, Crusty? Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna get fucking wrecked as well. Shoot him! Okay, good guy, Crusty rewarded. Yeah, boy. That's more like... Oh, fuck. Get out of there.
Next one is your head. Forever leave for all of us.
Okay. This is fine. I am currently okay with the events that are occurring. Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe I'm not. If you're shooting me on the side, getting rid of these heavies is more important. Oh my god. No! My turret! Leave my turret boy alone. Fuck him.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh my god, he's fast as fuck, boy. Oh! Oh no!
Agent out of action.
Silly me. Oh, it doesn't res the fall! Oh, what is this nonsense? It should res the... Oh, no, okay, I'm dead. Nah, this is a big F. It's over.
Agent vital signs 0.
Oh, that feels so bad. Hopefully we don't have a wipe. Hopefully we can respawn in time and then... Yeah. I know. Oh, I got fucking wrecked. It's a well-known bug, revive hive. Yeah, exactly. Well, it was a bit weird though because it revived me partially. It didn't get me the whole way through. It got me like to the right very end, but I still needed like someone to. No, don't worry about fucking reviving me. I'll just respawn. This is fine. Oh my god, they've kited him like this far out. Holy cow. You're dead and you're dead. Ooh. Easy loot. So what skills do you use when you're playing solo, right? Because I imagine Hive would be pretty indispensable, but at the same time, if it's bugged, you might choose something else. So, what do you use when you're solo? Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna have to call you Christoph's brother, because I don't know your actual name, so I'm sorry about that. But like, yeah, what skills do you use when you're playing? Yeah, I've got 6 left, this is fine. And then let's just shut them down for...
Be careful, they're bound to be expecting you.
Got nothing from it. Ah, oh, feels bad. Okay, here we go. This is
what
fine.
The hell is that?
A group of hostiles.
Revive hive and normal turret. The latter, yeah, exactly. You'd use the normal turret because it has a decent amount of staying power.
Easy. You've got to stop that boat.
Yeah, I do agree with that. That thinking.
Find a way
that
to the shore
is what I use
when
I'm solo. It's just easier for me personally to play with other people, just pugging and stuff. So can't really complain. Like the flame turret I use is sort of conditionally useful. I'm not really good at I'm not great at pre-casting, I guess would be the way to put it, for the spawns. But if you can get good awareness and like good placement with your turret in preparation for their wave spawns, then you can do so much havoc because the flame turret is just like constant CC, and you get a lot of value if you can chain the CC together with like weak points, because a lot of them are explosive. So you know, you just wreck groups of enemies. And I think I've done that once or twice so far. Let's reload. Oh my god, no thanks. Can I throw all the way there? Ah, oh, lame. Turret placement is top notch. Usually heavies can't get.
What's
to
going
them.
on with that boat?
Very nice. That's good.
Yet. Looks like there is a process of fueling it. There are big tanks on either side of the boat.
Those tanks are a primary target.
Boy.
What about Emmeline?
I wish the AI would.
Assuming that was her.
Can I even throw up there? Yeah, I can. Oh, now he's coming down. What a tool. What a tool.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, if he's dead, well, I'm gonna have to fucking pick him up. Where's the... I don't like dealing with the fact that there's some dude up there, but... Fuck. Okay, this is bad, because there's one dude right behind us. Right? Get out of there.
Agent down.
Oh, okay, no, that's a bad idea.
Serious trauma.
I'm actually gonna kill myself because of that? Oh, wow, okay. Ah, minigun. He's dead too. Ah, dead.
Agent down.
Where's my hive? No hive? Okay. Okay. Please help me, my friend, because I'm bad.
An agent needing assistance.
We're wiping! F!
Killed.
Big F! Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh no. This is fine though. Is everybody here? Thonk. Well, whatever. 3-man it. What really fucked us was not getting the sniper up there. He did a lot of havoc. This is fine. Free loot. Not gonna say no to the loot. Kinda wish I had a marksmanship rifle so I can get rid of it. No, I'm not trading effectively.
Agent down.
Down? Oh boy.
I'm moving! Firing!
Oh fuck, there is not a lot of space to help.
Armor's not gonna save me forever.
Let's help this dude. Oh boy.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Where's my cover? See? I can shoot!
This is fine, you know? This is fine. Okay.
We owe this to everyone who's not listening.
I have to go up. Oh, he's already got it. Wait, no. Don't go for the fuel tanks. We've still got enemies that we need to get rid of. Oh my goodness. Alright. Damn it!
An agent needs assistance.
Have to move.
Oh, fucking A. Okay. Whoa! Wait! No! He teleported! I had that fucking covered. Get out of my face. That is horseshit. That is horseshit, my dude. I had that, and then, like, he fucking shuffled. Fuck off. I don't count that. That doesn't count. That's bullshit. Alright. Go for the raise. Hacks. I know. Like, he fucking shifted. What the hell is... Ah, there's still more. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna get wrecked here. Ah, okay. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay.
Shit!
Okay, that should be close to... Should be close to all of the enemies. Oh, no, it's not actually.
Agent down.
Oh wow, my aiming is actually terrible. Get
Damn it.
Okay. Oh boy. It's fine. This is fine. Ah, of course there's more. Where's the oh my god. F! Is this any good? No, that's not good. Oh boy, okay. Alright. Let's go. Okay, he's already resing me. Ah. No, I don't really need that. Destroy engine hatch. I can pick up all the loot once I'm done here. Where's the thing? There we go.
They are the blight. We'll find
Agent down.
Wait, what? They come from. Oh my god. F. There we go. Weak point. Okay. Oh shit! Ow! Yikes!
Finish him off.
No! Oh my! Oh no! No!
Assistance needed.
Oh, and the hive's not working. I don't know if it was off cooldown, but the hive's not
An
working.
agent needs assistance.
Oh, this is quite painful. I'm not gonna lie. This is very painful. I didn't think it would be this difficult. I should just
Agent
go
down.
overboard. I want to go overboard.
Agent
Oh
vital signs, 0.
no! Do we have to start again from the beginning? Oh, do we have to do like all of this again? I think so. I don't know if I want to do this again. All of it. Well, there's all the loot, but do I want to do this again? Oh, pain. Pain. Big pain. Is everybody even coming? Ah, is this the disband? This is like when you wipe at VG, right? Oh my god, this is when you wipe at VG at like the last phase. Oh, this can't. Oh no, what are you doing, buddy? Oh well, whatever.
On three. Try it.
Damn, my face. Why is he aiming at me? Oh my goodness. Wait, what? How did that not refresh? Oh, what? There we go. I'm not gonna complain about that. Okay. Oh! Don't tell me that shotgun actually hit him. Alright. Does the dude still... Why did I not just get him at that time? No.
Serious trauma detected.
That's no good. Three. No.
An agent needs assistance.
Wait, what? How is he dead? This is gonna be a mis- oh, okay, no, that's easy from that. Okay. When was he not dead? Ooh. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I think we're finally nearly at the stage of where we were last time before we wiped. So this is fine. I'm gonna completely ignore my teammates and then just pick up all the loot and then get myself into a really bad position so that I get insta-ganked by all the spawning enemies, right? So this is my master plan. Good strats? Yeah, thank you, Clyde. It's the best. Oh my. How does that hit? Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. How does that hit?
Agent down.
Oh no, he's got his hive. This is fine. Fuck! I'm actually dead. Oh my god.
Vital signs critical.
Well, they'll step into the fire. This is the AI. Yes! I survived. Not for long though. Ah! Ree! Oh my god. I actually... Actually didn't die to that.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
Oof. Well, my hive is here, so
Agent
this is fine. I'm using a lot more armor than I want to use, but I'll have to take it. Yeah, he's got no... that should be fine. Whew. Okay. Easy carry, I think. There we go. Okay, picking this guy up again. Feels good. Right, where's everybody going? We need to destroy the engine hatch. Access. Okay, at least he's gonna see it now. Alright, we need to plant the thermite. Oops. Evacuate the boat. No loot here. This should be fine. I think this is the end of it. I'm not sure if there was any more. Anyway, we're gonna find out, I guess. Is there any loot that I'm missing?
Got their leader and their stronghold. The outcasts are going to be much less of a problem than before.
There we go.
What happened to them was horrific. But what they did
And I leveled up.
was even worse.
Feels good.
I just hope
Now
they're
that's
finally at
reward for
peace.
effort. That's reward for effort. I'm happy with that. I've already gotten all of the specializations unlocked, like fully unlocked, so I don't really care about spec points or anything like that. I'm looking forward to the next specialization coming in. Like they've hinted,
left your group.
they've hinted that it's going to be a minigun, so I'm looking forward to that. Like that would be fun. All right, let's leave this group. Oops. Let's leave the group and let's leave this team. This amazing team. Where I died a whole lot and ate so much shit. Let's take a look at what we've actually gotten. So, I'd like to make an AR build. I'd like to make a shotgun build. To that end, excuse me, and then anything that can help my my own build as well. Oh hey Rocket, how are you? Oh, hey, my friend. All right, let's see. So this is for AR. I don't mind reloading on MT personally, but it's not necessarily a DPS one. Reload speed bone. Maybe it's decent for just holding on to and then transplanting the trait, so I'll keep that there. SOCOM marksmanship rifle, which I do like. It's got good damage, however the traits are kind of meh. It's not worth it. Sniper rifle, I don't really like those. FAL, that's pretty high damage. Pretty good damage. The trait, you could change it to something else. Killing an enemy with a static. No, okay. So we have to change the trait. But otherwise, it's not bad. This is what I want to use for my AR. But you can see the FAL damage is, like, the raw damage is slightly higher. Submachine gun. This is actually pretty good damage for a submachine gun. I'm not sure how I feel about measured, but let's hold on to it because the raw damage looks pretty high. The raw damage here looks pretty high as well, but I don't know, I'm not really into those kinds of snipers. Submachine gun, eh. Classic M60. Oh, but the damage rolls on this one is pretty low. That's fodder. This is fodder. This is fodder too. This is fodder as well. Feels bad. Alright, so no good weapons. Maybe a good weapon, but nothing really substantial. So let's just ignore that. 15 damage to elites. It's not bad. Decent amount of health. Hazard protection. But it doesn't really serve a purpose for any build, so let's get rid of that. Alright, this. 23 damage to elites is not bad. Health on kill. Not really good. Skill power. Not really good. By far the worst. Yeah, sorting through shit. Well, I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind the idea of it, right? So the idea of like going back to somewhere safe and then just sorting through the gear that you've gotten. I like the idea. The problem is that like it just happens way too often and it takes way too long. So like instead of needing to sort through like every few missions or so, it would be nice if you had a system where, you know, you can instantly send them to like a stat. Like, it would be nice if you could just send stuff straight to your stash, and then when you have time, you know, when you want to dedicate some time, then you can mull over it. I would much prefer that kind of system rather than what we have now, where you have your inventory, right? Badger tough, but no traits, no talents, so I'm gonna ignore that. Trash. What about this? More sorting options. Yeah, more sorting options definitely would be nice, because like the only way it does sort right now is through the gear score. Deposit materials. Oh boy, Rocket, what are you? Where are you going with that? Deposit materials. All right, let's see. Chest armor. Mad bomber. Oh, this is the shame. When I initially started playing and then I got demolitionist, I was under the impression that mad bomber, so the grenades that kill an enemy that are refunded, I was under the impression that actually worked for the grenade launcher. It doesn't. I've tested it. It doesn't. But like, how good would it be if they had that synergy, and then you could just kill people endlessly with an infinite amount of grenade launching? Oh my god, that'd be so good. But since that doesn't work, then this is pretty useless. Oh boy. Selfish. Ah, that's trash. That's. I like the LMG, but come on. 20 skill duration? Trash. Okay, gloves. Let's see. Okay, this is going to be nice for an AR build, so I'll hold on to that. I don't really like crit. Compensated. This is a really popular trait right now, or talent right now, but I use far too many reds in my stats to ever qualify for that. But I'll hold on to it because compensated is a nice talent. What do we have here? Nope. 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 No. Oh boy. What a waste of time. Health at no, that's trash. That's. Well, patience is okay, but I've got better patience ones. More defensive patience ones. Let's go here. I don't have any skill. I don't have any skill power, so let's delete all the skill related ones in order to make space. It should be enough space, right? So instead of 100 it'd be like at 70 or whatever, and this is generally not a good idea, but 76 out of 100, and so that gives me a bit more leeway to like gather stuff without having to worry. Did I already loot this for the day? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, that's trash. Yeah, you can't even, like, I don't know. I guess you can do that and then just deconstruct it, but that's lame. It'd be nice if you had another way to do it. Right. Let's see here. Oh boy, that's trash. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the White House right now. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at a couple of news stories, because there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. So I'm gonna put up a couple of news stories and then we'll see how we go. And then I'll come back and then I'll do like a bounty or something and then I'll finish the stream. So not a long stream, right guys? Like a short stream. Because if it's too long, especially because, like, oh yeah. Especially because there's like not that much to talk about, and you know, maybe that's useful. Yeah, I'll just buy that. I mean, I've got the money, so yeah, I might as well not make my streams too long because they'll get too boring. Because the gameplay loop I do is pretty basic, you know. It's not as basic as someone we know, but it is pretty basic. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my browser and talk about some news for a minute. So give me a second. Alright, come on. Where are we? Alright, so does that work? Yeah, there we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is a game that's coming out soon, or you know, in the distant future, and it's called Greedfall, and it's made by a studio called Spiders, and they have been making games in the past. So they make mostly like action RPG type games. I believe they were the guys who made Bound by Flame, for example. So they make like flawed action RPGs, if I'm being honest. Like, they don't make masterpieces, but a lot of their games have interesting ideas that I think, you know, have merit and that could be carried on in other games in the genre. So I have an interview with regards with their CEO with regards to their newest game, upcoming game called Greedfall, and I'm pretty sure. So here we go. The upcoming RPG by Spiders, developers of Orcs and Men, which is like a real-time with pause combat type system. So think like your BioWare game, like Dragon Age Origins, etc. And then you have Bound by Flame, which was supposed to be riffing off of Dark Souls, but I don't necessarily think that it even captured the Dark Souls vibe. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just that I feel like they were marketed the wrong way, right? So Bound by Flame, I would compare more to a game like Divinity 2 Dragon Knight. And I'm not talking about like Divinity 2 like Divinity Original Sin 2, like the turn-based game. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to like the game that came out in the mid to late 2000s from Larian called Divinity 2. And the game was like Ego Draconis, and then they had an updated version called Dragon Knight Saga. And that was a third-person RPG, and it was quite fun. And I think Bound by Flame is closer to that than Dark Souls, which is what it was advertised as. And the Technomancer, which I don't know how to compare the Technomancer. It was like the same type of game as Bound by Flame. So, you know, in it, so referring to the article yesterday, in it I covered the fact that while it was a hands-off preview, it was a clear huge amount been improved from the developers' previous titles, particularly so when it came to the aesthetic quality of the game. In general though, the game came across as being of much higher quality. Alright, so let's see. There was a person that was visible even through the negatives, one that made even clearer when I spoke to the CEO and lead writer. So the lead writer of like the studio is actually the CEO as well, which is kind of rare, because in a lot of game studios you have like someone who is outside of like the development structure. You have someone who's like working the financials or focuses in business management as the CEO. Whereas with this studio, it's actually the lead writer, which makes you realize that like this studio is only medium sized, so it's not that big, not that much bigger than like an indie studio or whatever. As a reminder, Greedfall is coming out this year on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So let's see. So I've actually played every Spiders game, starting with of Orcs and Men. Is Greedfall the culmination of all your previous titles? And so here they talk about how they have like factional gameplay, and they learn from the lessons of the previous games. So they're linking mechanics from the previous games into this one. So you have, you know, like factional intersection mechanics, and then you have interactive dialogue, different ways to solve quests. So, and I like that idea. Like, this was important to us. That's very important in my opinion in a role-playing game. Like, it's not that fun of an RPG if your characters are all cookie cutter and you can only resolve quests by one way. Like, the idea that you have freedom in how you approach quests is pretty important to me in an RPG. So it's good that they realize that that's important for their game. Because Technomancer is a game where, okay, I guess I can compare it to Mass Effect maybe, where Technomancer in the first half of the game had a lot of this idea where you could solve your quests in a variety of ways, and then towards the end it became more of a grind, like just stuck in combat. But I think that was a result of them running out of budget, running out of development time, and it made for a very unsatisfying endgame experience. So hopefully they've learned from that, and that they're gonna, you know, plan out the development time better and come up with a more complete product without those same flaws that they've had in their previous games. Oh yeah, and they also made Mars Warlogs, if anybody's familiar with that. I doubt anybody is. But if we look at the screenshots, it looks pretty nice. So you can see there, like, it's not super amazing, but it's got a nice aesthetic. Actually, let's look at the trailer first, and then you can get an idea of what it's going to be like. Reveal trailer.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out.
Okay, so you can see from that trailer, like, I guess the graphics aren't amazing, but they're still pretty decent, right? So what I do like is apparently the setting is going to be like this sort of 17th century thing. So like the Age of Discovery, you can see you have like the fucking, I don't know what they're called, but like the hats and like the clothing and all that. So Age of Discovery, but fantasy setting, which I think has a lot of potential. It's not that well explored in RPGs overall. Like a lot of RPGs either tend to go for the traditional high fantasy setting, high medieval ages kind of setting, or go the other direction, futuristic sci-fi and all of that. So other games that have like a sort of unique setting to me is already instantly a point of distinction, which is good. And in the interview they talk about how story is important to them. They talk about how environmental storytelling is important to them, how dialogue is important, and how varying quest solutions is important. And you can read the interview here at WCCF Tech. And actually, this is a tech website. This isn't really a gaming website. But they do some gaming related stuff, such as this interview, and I think it's a pretty illuminating interview overall. And I do think that Greedfall might have potential. Like it's a wait and see kind of game, but the impression that I get from it is that it's probably going to be flawed on release. However, it might be a diamond in the rough type of game wherein the investment that you put into it is worth it because of what the kind of enjoyment that you can dig out of the game with regards to the story, with how the game works, with the setting and everything like that. So, and I think the last game that I played that felt like that was Elix, which is a Piranha Bytes game. So it's a Eurojank game from Germany. Piranha Bytes, makers of the Gothic series, and Elix was pretty fucking flawed, but at the same time I felt like I gleaned a lot of enjoyment from the game. So like that's what I'm thinking about when I think about diamond in the rough, and I think that Greedfall could be another diamond in the rough. So it's going to release on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I don't know when. I don't think they've got a set release date yet, but it's probably something to keep an eye on, if for no other reason because they have a focus on storytelling, they have a focus on varied quest approaches, and the setting itself is a little atypical. It's like 17th century Age of Discovery kind of stuff. So I mean, I guess technically, like, the Risen series has kind of covered the same ground, like, sort of like Pirate Fantasy and all of that. But I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. And we'll see how the game goes in development. Maybe by the time it's released, we'll realize that it's absolutely fucking garbage and it's not worth spending your time on at all. But, you know, just something to put out there, because a lot of games that aren't talked about in the public, like, there are a lot out there that aren't talked about in mainstream gaming sites and all of that, but at the same time, these games might still be worth playing, they might still be worth enjoying. So it's just something to look forward to in the future. And for me personally, I'm someone who trends very hard towards RPGs, strategy games, etc. So it's just got this is just a game that I've got on my horizon, right? So that story's done. So Greedfall, made by Spiders. The studio is called Spiders. They made Bound by Flame, Technomancer, Mars Warlogs, etc. So a bunch of like flawed but still fun games. And the next game is Greedfall. So there you go. Okay, so let's go into the next story. And I don't know. I'm still going to do it. But it might be a controversial story, I guess. So, the story is from Niche Gamer. Okay, so this is an opinion piece for what it's worth. But it's relating to a story that we'll talk about now. So, opinion: the questionable ethics of Laura Kate Dale. TERFs, oh my god. TERFs will be fed to the void fish, and then obviously that means trans exclusionary radical feminists. Yeah. So she is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's very obviously trans. Okay, so yesterday, Kotaku UK news editor Laura Kate Dale jumped the gun and wrote an article in which she claimed a song included with the newest Persona 5 DLC for Super Smash Bros., so that's the Joker pack, used the word retarded. The article, titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Persona 5 DLC, well, that's a mouthful, includes a disability slur, was almost immediately and universally lambasted online. And if you can check it, it's still here. Like, it's still here. It hasn't been altered. Oh, she. Okay. She. Okay. Oh, man. Like, that takes me back. Oh, what was his name? Like, Main Event Status, I think his name was. There was, like, that webm of him going, she. Oh, God. That takes me fucking back. Anyway. The spoken part of the song lyric seems to say retort it. The singer, being Japanese and not a traditional Western speaker, doesn't speak perfect English, and so the word is easily misheard. And that's true. That is true. Like, if you listen to the soundtrack, you know, you can make the judgment that, yeah, maybe, you know, it sounds like retarded. But if you take into account the fact that it's a Japanese singer and it's not their native language, then you come to the conclusion that, you know, it's obviously not meant to be the word retarded. It's just a mispronunciation due to, you know, her accent and not being her native language. And you see that the article is still up, right? You'll see that the article is still up and it hasn't been retracted. It hasn't been edited. Oof. Look at this. By Laura Kate Dale on 19th of April at 3:20. This person's up until 3:20 a.m. to write this. Like, think about that, man. Oof. Get a life, Laura. Get a life. Okay. So, where was I? Yet, Kotaku UK, in my estimation, probably wanting to capitalize on Persona and Smash Bros. Being an online trending topic and wanting to capitalize on some of their clickbaity nonsense that many gamers who visit the site are all too aware of, decided to publish the piece without first waiting to hear back from Nintendo or Atlus, the developers of Super Smash Bros. And Persona respectively. To give you an idea of how off-base Laura was, even the users of Reset Era, a notoriously toxic forum, were opposed to her line of thinking. And to give you an example, like, Reset Era is the forum, the website that came out from the ashes of NeoGAF. For anybody who is familiar with the kind of crowd that NeoGAF attracted years and years ago. Oh no, I'm being logged out of Division. Oh well, whatever. For anybody who's familiar with, like, you know, the kind of audience that NeoGAF has. So Reset Era is a continuation of those sorts of users, those sorts of soy boys and yeah. Well, it's mostly just soy boys if we're being honest. Following the article, Laura tweeted that she was taking some time offline. Oh, poor thing, poor thing. A tweet that was worded in such a way that people have assumed she's looking for a pity party. Oh, an SJW looking for pity. Oh, spare me the thought. That would never happen. Never happen. It's also worth mentioning here that as of so-and-so, more than half a day since the article went live, it is yet to be updated, which is still the case. It has yet to be updated, at least as far as the title goes. Okay, let's see. While I don't doubt the validity of their problem, the fact is it wouldn't be a problem if they hadn't published a half-baked article that sole purpose was to stroke the flames of outrage and call out culture, which is definitely true. I mean, like, we can tell it's just clickbait, right? As journalists have a duty to make sure what they are publishing is truth, and to run that article without hearing back from Atlas on Nintendo is, as outsiders have to say, not a fine example of not a fine example of ethics in game journalism. Oof. Made all the more apparent because the history of Laura Kate Dale shows that she is not all that ethical. In 2013, so this is on the journalist herself, who published this article. So the general idea is, in the fucking OST, so in the soundtrack of a Persona 5 DLC which introduced the Joker into Smash Brothers, there were some lyrics where she thought she heard the word retarded, right? And you can make the argument that it kind of sounds like retarded. It could also be retorted, as Niche Gamer claims, or retarget, you know? Like, it's not clear what the wording is, but I'm pretty sure it's not retarded. Like, the wording is not retarded. And to be honest, you have to be retarded to think that the wording was retarded, right? So they do that, and then they have this big hit piece, this fucking, I don't know what she does at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, look at this. Like, this is what you do at 3 o'clock in the morning? Sure, whatever. With the definitive title, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Persona 5 DLC includes a disability slur. So there's not... It sounds like there's a slur. There's potentially a slur. Or, you know, check this out. This might be, how you say, problematic. No, this is... It includes a disability slur. So there is no question for doubt. No question for doubt, right? So they're making a definitive statement on the content of the soundtrack, which, with the full context, I have to say is retarded, right? And so a lot of people have been calling them out on it, which, I mean, it's Kotaku, right? Like, we're used to it by now, right? But on the journalist that made this particular article, apparently, you know, this idea of making shit up is not exactly new. So yeah, in 2013, Laura claimed... Oh, it's this person! Oh, whoops. It's this person. I remember this event. In 2013, Laura Kate claimed she was completely dehumanized on stage during an Xbox One event in London, claiming that the comedian Fraser Millward referred to her as he and this one, it and thing, or as Laura phrased in a tweet, I was he, it, thing, and this one. I was on stage, and they still insist we need a woman on stage. Any woman here. Oof. That's a yikes. Okay, Christoph says, I think that pursuing ethics in gaming journalism is an important goal, even if it might cause some collateral damage. I'll explain in a minute why I think that's unlikely to happen. Alright, so this was back in 2013. 3 of them are genuine. Yeah, I know. Immediately, the press jumped in, and websites like The Daily Dot, Pink News, Kotaku, and others made it out as Fraser was a transphobe, who, once again, in the words of Laura Dale, had dehumanized her. The problem? None of it happened. Fraser Millward at one point referred to her as this person, which is gender neutral for what it's worth. Something Laura deemed as misgendering. Well, no, it's not misgendering because... I don't know what the logic is, right? Because like, is person a gender now? Of calling someone a person is that a gender now? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not surprised that, you know, like I don't keep up with like Tumblr genders, right? Like it's just too much for me. All right. Ignoring that this person is gender neutral and a phrase countless people use for a variety of reasons, Laura took it as an attack, then made up that he also called her it, he, and thing, and slandered him online. She later retracted her claims in a joint statement with Fraser, and the whole event was swept under the rug, and Laura was able to continue her tracks towards becoming a game journalist. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. Now let me reiterate here, Laura Kate Dale blatantly lied about being called he, it, thing, etc. Laura's not. Nowhere did that happen, and she had to retract it. A handful of years later, she now writes for Kotaku. Let that sink in. Well, we don't need to let that sink in because we know what kind of a publication Kotaku is, right? Like it's not surprising. Well, we already know it right now, right? Making everything yet even more absurd is that the above might not be even her craziest lie. During E3 2016, she claimed to have been almost kidnapped. Oof. Something she would elaborate on during Jim Sterling's podcast, The Jimquisition. And she talks about how she was almost kidnapped by an Uber driver. And that's basically the story. But apparently she did not file any claims with the police, and she would not provide evidence that she filed a report with Uber. So here we have a person who is known to, in the most charitable sense, known to exaggerate for the purposes of putting out this kind of, you know, narrative, right? So like let's not say that she's a flat out liar. Like, being the most charitable we can be, we'll say that she exaggerates the truth, and then at worst we'll say that she's a fucking liar, right? And so oh my god, I haven't even read this whole article yet. Okay, a factoid that isn't all that strange, even as I myself have a GoFundMe, until you look at how often she relies on crowdfunding. Oh boy, I don't want to get into this. Things I learned from Mario's butt. A series of gaming butt critiques. Lord, oh my god. Okay, whatever. Okay. And she had a project that was boosted by major websites like IGN. Blah blah blah. Now this isn't to knock Patreon or crowdfund. Nessie would like this. Yeah, I know, right? Nessie would like this. It's a useful tool that many people make use of, but there is an ethical question to be asked about how much is too much when a person of influence and asking for funds, even more so as everything the above, minus the book, happened within 17 months. Laura Kate Dale is just another identity politicking, outrage, culture baiting writer who has made a career out of leveraging her status. Come on. Oof. It writes itself, leveraging her status as an autistic trans woman to reap the benefits and rewards of a new age of game journalism that doesn't put facts first, but identity and politics first. From articles that claim porn in VR is like rape, to the time she got uppity over gender swap art for Dream Daddy, her entire career is built around stoking the flames of nonsense. Okay, I'm not gonna... Sophia Nowitz is a 29-year-old writer. I wonder if she's single. DM the article when you... Yeah, I'll DM the whole article and you can go through it. But it's basically this idea that she is just an example of, like, a journalist whose career is built around, like, this whole identity politics. And so, this is probably where I wanted to, like, sort of, like, segue to. Now... I don't know, like, on one hand, I feel really bad for anybody who has to carry the profession of games journalist, but at the same time, when they write crap like this, it's no wonder they're so disrespected. So, like, the thing you have to understand about games journalists, and, like, there might be this question of why they're so eclectic, why a lot of games journalists are so weird, why they're so hipster, etc., etc. The thing you have to understand is that games journalism is not that profitable as a profession. Like, it's really bad. Like, even someone who I would say is the best in the industry at investigative journalism, someone like Jason Schreier, who also works for Kotaku, incidentally, like, someone like him wouldn't be earning that much. So the thing with games journalism is that it's already a very small pond in terms of income, in terms of, like, you know, the amount of people that can feasibly work in the industry and have enough to live on. So, like, you will have, I don't know, it just puts them into desperate conditions. So a lot of these journalists will recognize that if they just report about games normally, like a normal person, you know, like without injecting politics into the equation, then they actually don't have, you know, there's not that much money in that, right? There's not that much money in that. And the other thing is that there are too many games journalists for such, like, a narrow focus in industry. And so if you want to be successful in the satellite industries around gaming, so if you report on it, etc., you have to have, like, a personality. You have to have, you know, likability, you know? So a lot of people, so this is why a lot of people who would be journalists in the years past have moved on to YouTube, so that they can, you know, they can put out videos, build their own audience, build their own community, and become, like, their own sort of ecosystem in and of themselves. Like, you know, I wouldn't say, oof. But then the problem is that a lot of these journalists, a lot of these games journalists, they don't have the capacity for that. They don't have the personality. They don't have the charisma. You know, they don't have the likability, as I mentioned earlier. They don't have the capacity to be, like, their own ecosystem. Like, there's very few. Like Jim Sterling is an example, right? But the average games journalist doesn't have the capability to be a Jim Sterling. So what they do instead is they call to ideology and they make everything about politics, and this allows them to sort of gain an audience without really gaining an audience for themselves. So it's this whole virtue signaling sort of concept, where if they write an article that is slanted in a particular political way, then they'll attract, you know, they'll attract clicks, they'll attract comments, and then they'll also attract support on social media, which is fucking important to them. They'll attract support on social media from people who share their belief and who share their ideology. And so this builds the case for them to continue their career, because if you're a journalist at, let's say, IGN or whatever, and you create bland content, if you don't talk about politics, but then you also don't have the charisma to make your writing interesting, if you don't have the skill, if you don't have the likability to be, you know, like a public face, then you're fucked. You know, you don't spend that long in the industry because you're bland, you know, you're not talented, you don't have the capability to stand on your own 2 feet. Therefore, no one's going to read your articles, no one's going to comment on your articles, no one's going to support you, no one's going to follow you. So, you know, there's this call back to ideology, because that's really what they're clinging to. Like, they actually, and this is one of the reasons why they seem so obsessed with, like, a lot of this social justice shit, you know, because they actually have nothing else to cling onto. And Empire's saying, like, maybe you shouldn't be a journalist. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, games journalists are treated like gutter trash by other journalists as well. And, like, there are problems in journalism that I could talk about in mainstream journalism. And as a former journalism student myself, like, the kind of person that gets into journalism is not someone who I have particularly high respect for. There's a lot of gossips, you know. Like, initially when I started studying the course, I thought it would mostly be, like, people who have an interest in truth, you know, like this sort of fearless pursuit of truth and a desire to bring it out into the public, and, like, some sort of political activism. So that's what I went into journalism thinking would be the norm. So you have people that are politically interested, well-read, passionate, and they want the truth. They have a pursuit of the truth, right? Because these are the sort of the qualities that have been been lionized within journalism. But the truth is actually very different. You have a lot of people who are very focused on social climbing, who are petty, who gossip about each other. And that's not to say everybody's like that, you know. This is just my anecdotal experience. But the thing that's probably most stark about what I've realized about the quality of the journalists coming in is how little research they do. Like, they will parrot each other. So if someone writes a story, then other journalists will take that story and use it as a basis for their own stories, right? And we see this in games journalism, but also in mainstream journalism. Now, there are a lot of good journalists out there writing really important pieces, writing really good stuff, but like the kind of person that becomes a journalist, at least in my anecdotal experience, is definitely not the kind of person that with the kind of qualities that we've been told, and, you know, that we expect in our journalists, right? Like, there's a lot more focus on I don't know how to put it, but like the best way I can put it is that, like, a lot of journalists that I've met, or prospective journalists that I've met, are just like, they're social climbers, and so their focus isn't on, you know, on discovering truth or even their own activism, right? It's not even about politics. It's not even about a biased position. It's merely about maintaining their own personal position in this structure, which means, you know, that they can continue to write, they can continue to make money, and that hopefully they advance their own personal career so that they can make more money. Like, that's all, you know, and become famous. Like, that's all that it's really about for a lot of mainstream journalists. And I think in game journalism, one of the reasons why we have such a plague of like SJW writers is because they follow that mindset, but it's just transferred down, because if we're being honest, games journalism is a step below ordinary journalism. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It's just, you know, I hate journalists, I guess. But that's just, you know, some thoughts as to why I think, you know, a lot of SJWs become journalists, or a lot of journalists tend to be SJWs, you know. It's because I feel like they don't have the necessary skill set in order to succeed in other aspects of life, and they run to their ideology as a sort of safe space and as a way to garner cheap support. And it's the whole idea of like virtue signaling and all of that. I don't even think that a lot of journalists are necessarily that strongly politically inclined as they make themselves out to be. Like, at the end of the day, I think that they, if it meant that they were able to be more personally successful in their lives, then they wouldn't even have the ideology that they would. It's just that the ideology that they do have, they feel like is, you know, what's keeping them like above board, right? It's paying the bills, you know, so they're not going to let go of it because frankly, they're not talented enough to do anything else. So that's my thoughts on that. And I'm gonna go ahead, load back into the game. Save space, their favorite. Exactly. And I'm looking forward to my stream getting shut down tomorrow, because I talked a lot of shit about SJWs. But yeah, Twitch is just gonna leave me a message. Oh, you've been promoting hate speech. We can no longer have you on our website. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna get back in game and do one more bounty, and then I'm going to finish up the stream for the night, because I've got stuff to do like really early tomorrow morning, so I don't want to stay up for too long. And my stream's been going on for, you know, like an hour and 46 minutes, it says, and I think like around 2-hour stream is a nice time. So let's just pop back in game. So those are my two stories today, like me shitting on SJWs and journalists, because, you know, Kotaku journalist was really shitty, really unethical, just making shit up. And Greedfall, which is the game coming out, action RPG, hopefully good story, interesting setting, and it's called Greedfall, and it's being developed by Spider Studio. So let's get back in game. Alright, there we go. Alright, just a random bounty. And then watch this be like a heroic bounty where the team wipes. Right?
Invite to another agent's
the team
group.
just gets absolutely wrecked. That's gonna be what I think might happen. Oh boy. Let's see how we go. Oof, this loading time. Okay, cool. I like how when you load in the middle of a firefight, like all the bodies render in and then they just...
System curtailed.
Sure. Do all the work for me, friends. Do all the work for me. Alright. Actually, let's check what difficulty this is. This is normal, okay. Okay, we should be able to breeze through this. Okay, famous last words, right? We should be able to breeze through this. Oof. Oof. Look at these guys executed. Okay. Am I the only one here? Wait, where is everybody? Nani? Nani the fuck? Where is everybody? Or am I like in the wrong location? I'm pretty sure I'm in the wrong location. It's like down some bullshit. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna teleport. My friend, show me the way. I can't fast travel. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Target spotted, Sheriff.
Target spotted. Wow, they're all here. No, they're not. They're like down. Okay. You walked back. I know. F.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Through here. Whoa. Okay, this is fine.
Target down.
Oh wow, he got fucking wrecked.
Cleaning up the streets one bad guy at a time.
Ah, that was really
Nicely
quick.
done, Sheriff.
Really quick, really easy, good stuff. No loot, because I'd already done this bounty. Let's do one more, and then I'll call it. Because I was lost for most... fuck. Okay, I'll leave the group. So let's do one more. Let's do one more. Because I was lost that entire time.
You have...
Alright. Alright.
Safe area detected.
Random bounty.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
Alright. Oh, also, one thing I'll do when I finish the stream, if anybody wants to read the Niche Gamer article, I'll go ahead and post it in the chat. But in general, and this is a, there's actually a Gamergate thing, but, what the fuck? I loaded to, like, everybody dying, and then a new bounty. Oh my god, whatever. I guess... Oh, I'll wait for these guys to get there. But yeah, it goes back to a Gamergate thing, but Niche Gamer is a site that covers like small games and like small culture war sort of issues, I guess. And like the sort of underpinning of Niche Gamer is that they want to be, they want to take like ethics in journalism very seriously. And I know that's a meme by now. I know that's a really big meme, but they want to take it seriously and they want to do the best by their, you know, by their audience. So I like the site. I don't think that it's the only site that you should read. And in general, like if you want to inform yourself on anything, like any issue, anything, I don't believe it's healthy or good in general to only look at one source. I think that you need a whole bunch of different sources. This might be a challenging bounty, so let's just hope I don't get completely wrecked here. I don't think it's healthy to only look at one source. I think, you know, if you want to understand an issue, you should be looking at multiple sources. But I do think that if you want to learn or if you want to read about gaming, especially like indie kind of games or small kind of games, like not the AAA stuff, I think that Niche Gamer in general is a very good site for that. And it's been around for quite a while. They have quite a roster of journalists now who work on the site. So I definitely recommend Niche Gamer if you want like a site to learn about like some you know, fucking Japanese RPG or whatever, or some RTS game, or, you know, I think it's a good site. And I wouldn't trust any single site for news and learning about things, but I think it should be one of the sites that you look at. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not doing enough damage to actually take them out. So this is definitely challenging mode. Or challenging difficulty. It's not a bad thing. Like, I should be fine, but it just means that I can't... It just means that... Oh, fuck's sake, I'm dead. It just means that I can't sort of AFK through it. I actually have to put some effort. What? Oh.
I can't fucking move!
Okay. Oh wow. I better take out my thing now. Damn, good team. I don't know if we're like gonna get wrecked later, but good team. Okay, so this is definitely not just a one and done.
That's your target.
Get out and fight that target! I got you covered! There's a grenade!
Agent down.
Target neutralized.
Feels amazing, man. This team knows what they're doing.
You got the target.
Serious
Except for me. Everyone knows what they're doing except for me. Thank you.
That's another one down. Good job.
Man,
Agent.
that's nice. That was really smooth. That was fantastic. Like, they did an amazing job at chaining CC right at the spawn point. So they couldn't really do anything at all. I'm 99% sure that was challenging bounty. So that was good. Good stuff. Good pugs. Feels good, man. Unlike the pugs I had for the stronghold, you know, we were like wiping on like a hard difficulty mission. We do a challenging mission and it feels like a breeze. It's not a chore at all. That was wonderful. I was pretty happy with that. Let's see if I can get the chest here or whether I've already looted it for the day. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Fingers crossed it's not just an empty chest. Okay. It's not an empty chest, it's just shit. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna leave the group actually, and then teleport to the White House, and I'm gonna call it there for the stream. Because I'm running on in about 2 hours, and that's the kind of length I want to have. I don't want to go too much longer. Because I do have to wake up early tomorrow, and I don't want to get to a point where like I wake up after like 4 hours of sleep or whatever. Yeah, no, that was good. That was really good. Very, very happy about that. So, White House, beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to call it here, guys. I'm going to call it for the stream. I want to thank everybody for coming along and having a watch. And yes, it's just me playing a game really badly. I mean, I fucking downed and died so many times. Just me playing a game badly and then spurging about some random articles on the internet and stuff. I like that stuff. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm usually... I set a schedule for myself which is like one day, and then I usually don't meet it. So I'll be streaming at random times, but I'll be mostly doing stuff like this. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Thank you very much.
在 酷な天使のように少年よ神話になれ青い風が今胸のドアを叩いても私だけをただ見つめて微笑んでるあなたそっと触れるもの求めることに夢中で憂いさえまだ知らない痛いけな瞳だけどいつか気づくでしょうその